Hello guys, this is the webinar session before the examination. So in this session, I would like to welcome Mr. Rajat. Hello Rajat, how are you?
Hello, sir. I'm fine. How are you?
All good Rajat. So एग्जाम टिप्स के लिए ये वेबिनार सेशन रखा गया है और जैसा कि एग्जाम जस्ट आफ्टर 3 डेज बाद ही एग्जाम है अपना। शायद 15 तारीख को एग्जाम है, आज 12 तारीख है। So Rajat will share some tips and you can ask directly from Rajat if you have any query related to the examination. So Rajat will reply you and all the best guys. I hope कि आपका पेपर बहुत अच्छा होने वाला है। सो बिल्कुल भी वरी नहीं होना है, बिल्कुल काम रहना है और अच्छे से प्रिपरेशन करनी है। सो आई थिंक इट्स टाइम टू स्टार्ट द सेशन। ओके रजत, लेट्स स्टार्ट नाउ। Please introduce yourself first, then share some tips for the examination hall. And after that, students can raise their questions in the chat box. And this session would be for 30 minutes only. Okay, so let's do it first.
Okay. My name is Rajat Anand, and I have done my BTech in biotechnology. And after that, I appeared for GATE Biotechnology in the year 2019, in which I secured All India rank of 23. Uh, After that, I took admission in IIT Delhi for my master's in biochemical engineering and biotechnology. After finishing my master's, I am currently pursuing my PhD in molecular biology. First of all, I would like to say all the best to all of you who have joined for the GATE exam. So, any questions that you have regarding the exam, you can ask me directly or in the chat. So, I will be answering it.
Rajat, please share the tips फॉर द एग्जाम डे। लाइक एग्जाम में पेपर को अटेम्प्ट करने की स्ट्रेटजीज क्या होनी चाहिए, किस तरह से पेपर को अटेम्प्ट करना है विद इन द टाइम फ्रेम, कैसे मैक्सिमम क्वेश्चंस वी कैन अटेम्प्ट। सो प्लीज टेल समथिंग अबाउट दिस।
Okay. So, regarding the exam, I would say whatever you are confident in. For example, there are separate sections for the general aptitude part and the main biotechnology questions. So whatever you are confident, you can first start with that section. So I would suggest to start with the main biotechnology question paper, and once you start it, you have an option to review some questions. Like, you don't have to spend too much time on a specific question. If you don't know it, you can just mark it for review. There is an option, it appears, then that specific question will appear in a blue color or a violet color. So you can just mark it for review so that you can return back to that question after you are finished with the exam. So I would suggest to go like this. And I would also suggest you to keep the numerical questions that are mainly from the bioprocess engineering and process biotechnology part. I would suggest you to, if you are comfortable, you can maybe start them in the beginning, or you can just leave them for the end, as well as the general aptitude questions, because they are not so difficult. So as you like, you can either start solving them before the biotechnology section or at the end of it. And I will only suggest to not spend too much time on a specific question, because it will only waste your time. So do not try to attempt so many questions, because there is also negative marking. And since the numerical answer type questions, they are without any negative marking, so you can attempt them. Uh, you have to fill in an integer, so you can just attempt them, and there is a range between the answers, like so you must attempt the numerical answer type questions. And also, like you can attend the engineering mathematics part also at the end, so that at the end you only do the calculations, and first you can just do the theoretical or conceptual questions. And yeah, so just stay calm, and like if you don't know the answers, just skip the questions, and like take your time, and it will go fine. So there is a question, so I would start with the question. So about the MSQ marking method, partial score or negative marking. So regarding the MSQ, uh, they will like mention it like there is no partial score, because like in terms of the MSQ, only if for example, if a question has the answer like A, B and D, so only if you do it like A, B and D, then only it will be correct and you will get full marks. So there is like no partial score for that. Even if you do like A, B, you will not get any marks. So tips to solve MSQs. So for the MSQs, I mean, I don't think they have a negative marking. So you can just attempt them. But like as I said, you will only get the marks if you get all the answers right. For example, A, B, and D. Like if you have only selected like two of the answers, you won't get any marks. Can we do numerical part first and then do the theoretical part? Like I would say it's up to you, because there is like no separation of the numerical parts and theoretical part in the biotechnology question paper. So there is like no segregation. So it's up to you. Like if you want to do the numerical part first, then you have to like read each and every question and skip it to reach the numerical questions. So like they are in between. For example, the engineering mathematics questions are in between of the biotechnology question paper, and some bioprocess engineering questions are also in between. And like mainly most of the numerical answer type questions are towards the end of the question paper. So but they are like all segregated, so you have to like read every question. And I'm from PCB background, currently pursuing BTech Biotech second year. Please tell me how to prepare, how to cover maths part. I would suggest like to study for the biotechnology from the standard textbooks that you have in your curriculum. And for the mathematics part, you can find a lot of books to prepare from. Like you can search for books for GATE Engineering Mathematics and you will get it. Some advice for how to tackle bioprocess questions, mainly numerical. So for the bioprocess questions, which are like mainly numerical, so I would suggest to go through it thoroughly, and just understand what the question is asking, which entity you need to calculate. And you also have the calculator in the online portal, so you can make use of it. And you will also be provided a sheet of paper. You can just the only advice I would give is to thoroughly revise all the formulas that you have in the bioprocess engineering, and you must know like in the formula which term means what. And because a specific term is known by many different names, so in some tricky questions they can just change the name of the entity they are asking. So it will, you will have to see like what the question is asking, and then you have to calculate accordingly. Uh, to maximum, how much question should we attempt to score a good score? Since there is negative marking, so I won't suggest you to try to attempt maximum questions, but I would suggest to only attempt the questions in which you are confident, and you can surely take a little bit of risk if you are not sure. Uh, but I would not suggest to do a lot of questions because then it will affect your score. So out of 65 questions, I would say if you can attempt at least 40 questions, 40 to 45 questions correctly, you will get a very good score. Can you suggest any most likely question or topic that have high chances of coming in the exam? I mean, the high chances, like it's the different subjects from which the questions are asked, they keep on changing every year, and every year a different IIT makes the exam. So, but bioprocess engineering is, of course, the most important part, and it will definitely be there. So I can suggest bioprocess engineering. In biochemistry, I can suggest the bioenergetics numericals. It is like always there. So the bioenergetics and thermodynamics part is a must for the numerical parts, and for the theoretical parts, I would suggest like molecular biology and recombinant DNA technology. If you have a good conceptual knowledge, you will be able to answer the conceptual questions as well. And I'm pursuing BSc Biotech. Can I do MTech after BSc, but 3 years or any further study? So for the BSc students, you cannot appear for GATE and you cannot do MTech. So first you have to do MSc by giving IIT JAM exam, and then you can appear for GATE if you want to do MTech. So after BSc, I would suggest you to do MSc first by giving IIT JAM if you want to do it from an IIT, and then you can give the GATE exam to pursue MTech. As per current pattern, can you please suggest books to prepare? Uh, I have a list of books. I will send it in the group. You can find last time also I will send it to you. Uh, the list of books that you can use to prepare. So how much need to score to get IIT? So for the score, I would say like the score is out of 100 marks. So if you are asking me about to get a IIT, like the top 7 IITs, then a score of like 70 to 80 marks, like depending upon like what the AIR1 has secured. It varies every year, but generally if you get like 70 to 80 marks, you can easily get like maybe even like 60 to 80 marks you can get in the top 7 IITs depending on the number of people who have appeared in the exam. Uh, can you advise for important topics from biology subjects? So for the topics, I can suggest like for example like biochemistry. In biochemistry, you should know like some structures of the different biomolecules, and also the applications and the use of everything, and molecular biology and recombinant DNA technology. I can suggest all the techniques and all the methodologies for molecular cloning and stuff. And from the biology, microbiology also there are some questions, and yeah, like, but it keeps on changing, like different year, like different weightages from different topics. Can you share list of bioprocess engineering formulas? So for the formulas, like they are given in the website of the Findmytest, you can find them there, or and also you can also get the list of the textbooks, and from there is a textbook of bioprocess engineering. You can also get the formulas from there. is there any scholarship provided according to GATE marks? So for the scholarship, like if you get into any NIT or IIT after giving the exam, if you get the admission, you will get rupees 12,400 every month, and like it is for all the students. And it is like just based on like when you get the admission. So it is not, I mean, the gate marks, of course, would matter for your rank, and as per your rank, if you get the admission, then all the students who get admission will be provided this stipend, you can say, of 12,400 every month. Formulas are given on Find My Test. You can find them in general aptitude main topics. I mean, general aptitude is a very vast field, I would say, and like this you cannot predict, like generally there are some easy questions, but sometimes there are some difficult and tricky questions as well. So you can find a lot of textbooks for general aptitude, and they have a lot of questions and a lot of different topics. So there are like no important topics, I would say. They can ask from anywhere, like any question. What was your score in 2019 GATE? What score needed for government PSU jobs? So I had the score of like in my year, as long as I remember, it was like I don't remember correctly, but it was somewhere between like 70 and 80. So yeah, but it depends on the marks of the All India rank 1, and relative to that you will get your rank. And so it is like not an absolute grading, like it depends, your rank will depend upon the as per the marks of the All India rank 1. So for the government PSU jobs, I don't think there are any PSU jobs that you can get from GATE Biotechnology. You can only get an admission in the master programs like MTech in IITs and NITs once you get a good rank. And you can visit Find My Test, where there are like video lectures like for all the general aptitude questions, like all the different topics that will be covered. So you can just go and check it out. And what is the average 2-year fee for MTech from IIT? So like I would say it depends on the IIT, I would say. Some IITs have a less fee and some have higher, because it is like specific to the IITs, because I know only about IIT Delhi, IIT Bombay, and IIT Kanpur, I think, but like they all are different. And also the hostel fees, I would say, is also different. So you have to check for the specific IIT. And
Okay.
you
ओके सो रजत, आई थिंक अभी जो क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं वो रिगार्डिंग एग्जामिनेशन नहीं है. सो अपन एग्जाम के ऊपर क्वेश्चन पे बात करते हैं. क्या अभी 3 डेज बचे हैं? सो स्टिल स्टूडेंट नीड टू प्रिपेयर फॉर द, अभी भी पढ़ना चाहिए क्या उनको, या अभी स्टॉप कर देना चाहिए पढ़ाई को, जस्ट कुछ टेस्ट देने चाहिए या नहीं देने चाहिए? इन 3 डेज में वो क्या कर सकते हैं? सो प्लीज शेयर समथिंग अबाउट इट.
Oh, okay, sir. So for these 3 days, I would only suggest you to not try to study any topics or learn some new things. I can only suggest you to just relax and be patient, and don't take too much stress or tension about the examination, because that is what I did. Before like 1 month, I was only giving some mock tests. So I would only suggest, like, since only 3 days are remaining, so I won't suggest you to attempt any test as well. I can only suggest you to go through your notes if you have made some notes, so you can just go through them to revise it. And also you can just take a look on the formula sheets for the numerical questions, and that's all. I won't suggest you to try to learn any new subject or any new topic, nor I would suggest you to give any mock test. But if you like, if you want to give some full length tests, then one or two you can give. But I would only suggest you to just relax, and if you have made any notes for revision, you can just go through them.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, Rajat shared a lot of tips for the exam day. एंड आई थिंक अभी आप सभी को एग्जाम से पहले एक एग्जाम देना चाहिए, लाइक फॉर द प्रैक्टिस। गेट के ऑफिशियल पोर्टल पे एक सैम्पल पेपर दिया है बायोटेक्नोलॉजी का, वहाँ पे जाइए और एक टेस्ट अटेम्प्ट कीजिए जिससे कि आपकी प्रैक्टिस हो। आप ये भी कर सकते हैं फाइंड माई टेस्ट पे जाके और डेमो टेस्ट दे सकते हैं अपना रजिस्टर अकाउंट करके। सो एक आपको प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगी कि वहाँ पे टेस्ट आप जब देंगे सो थोड़ा सा यूज टू हो जाएंगे आप उसको लेके। सो बेटर है कि आप गेट ऑफिशियल साइट से या फिर फाइंड माई टेस्ट से भी आप फ्री टेस्ट दे सकते हैं। और बिल्कुल भी वरी नहीं होना है, बिल्कुल काम रहना है। एग्ज़ाम के अभी जस्ट 2 डेज रह गए हैं, कल और परसों, उसके बाद एग्ज़ाम है। सो बिल्कुल अच्छे से एग्ज़ाम को दीजिएगा और चिंता बिल्कुल मत कीजिएगा। और अभी काफ़ी क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं कि पेपर कैसा होने वाला है, लाइक टफ होगा या इजी होगा। नो बडी नोज अबाउट लाइक कि कैसा होने वाला है। सो उस चीज़ का प्रिडिक्शन दिमाग में मत लो कि पेपर टफ आने वाला है या पेपर कैसा आने वाला है। अभी से अगर ऐसा टेंशन लोगे तो फिर तो पेपर के दिन तो हाल खराब हो जाएगा भाई। सो थोड़ा सा काम रह के और अपने आप को सही से प्रिपेयर करो। जैसा कि रजत ने बताया कि अपने शॉर्ट नोट्स को आप ले सकते हैं और फॉर्मूला शीट्स को ले सकते हैं। फाइंड माई टेस्ट पे फॉर्मूला शीट भी दी हुई है, और जिन्होंने फाइंड माई टेस्ट के वीडियो लेक्चर सीरीज ले रखे हैं वो वहाँ से काफ़ी उनको हेल्प मिल गई होगी। जनरल एप्टीट्यूड के वीडियोस भी वहाँ पे हैं। काफ़ी लोगों ने पूछा जनरल एप्टीट्यूड को कहाँ से प्रिपेयर करना है। सो वी हैव ऑल लेक्चर्स ऑफ जनरल एप्टीट्यूड इन मैथमेटिक्स एंड बायोटेक्नोलॉजी। सो ऑल द बेस्ट गाइस, और थैंक यू सो मच रजत फॉर शेयरिंग अमेजिंग टिप्स विद द स्टूडेंट्स।
Thank you, everyone, and I wish you all the best for the exam, and do your best and don't stress or worry much. So all the best.